Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Is your toilet running and running and running like this one after you flush the toilet? I can't tell you how many times this has happened. I'm at Mother's house and it's just continuing to run, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute. If you want to fix something like this, stick around. It's only going to cost about $10. Really? Now you see this? The water's all the way up to the top and it's flowing over that little tube and draining, and it won't stop. And you might think, hey, I'm not going to spend $10. I'll just adjust the fill valve. Well, this particular fill valve is over 20 years old, probably 24 years old. I'm surprised this lasted this long, and you should be able to adjust that. Now, did you hear that? It just kind of stopped by itself. This thing is intermittent, and you should be able to adjust this, and I'll talk about that in a minute. I've got to bring my tools in here, get my camera set up, and I'll be good to go. So be right back. Now, isn't that something? My video camera's giving me fits, so I had to hook up a light here, and hopefully you'll get the gist of what I'm going to try to tell you. Here's a water fill valve I called, and the one it looks like it's just like this one here. Okay, and see this float here? You can adjust that. That's on a sliding tree. That black deal there is adjusting. It's an adjustment float. And on this particular one here, you take this screw, this is a screw thread, and you tighten it or you loosen it. If you loosen it, you push this ball down a little bit lower so that the water pressure will push it up higher, and then this little arm goes up and then it shuts this off. So then you can adjust your water level, and your water level, there's a pipe here. See this pipe right there? That's your drain pipe right there. Your water should be approximately an inch lower than that. So if you look at yours, and if it's only 3/4 of an inch and you want a little less water in there, because you don't need water going all the way up to the top. You're losing this much water per flush. You're wasting. So if you can adjust that down another 1/4 inch, let's say you measure it and it's 3/4 of an inch, then you would raise the ball up by this adjustment screw. Do you see what I mean? Raise it up, raise the water, well, lower it down, lower it down. You lower it down a 1/4 inch, and then that same water is going to push it up. Does that make sense? And then you'll lower the water. So you just play with this adjustment screw. Well, in the old days, and I say the old days because this one here has been installed 20 years ago, and I know that because this arm right here is not plastic like they are today. They always try to do something different to try to save costs. Well, before it was this little adjustment rod was metal, and then it had a little squeezy thing on there where you squeeze it, and then you gotta pinch this little thing together, and then you can raise and lower the ball just by pinching it, raise it up, let go. Pinch it, lower it down, let go. And on this particular one, I had already done that. I adjusted that all the way to the very bottom of the adjustment so that this arm could go up. And I know it can't go up any higher. It's as high as it can go, and it's still coming up to the top, and lots of times it'll overflow. And then I have to stand here and make sure it doesn't overflow, and if it starts running and running and running, it's running because this water is so full that it's just dumping down into this drain pipe. You see what I mean? So then I would have to flush it again and kind of jiggle it a little bit, and then most of the time the next flush, it would stop right at 1 inch where I had it adjusted from before. And it would just be like that, and it would work fine until a couple flushes later, the same type of thing happens. Okay, and so because this is 24 years old, I'm gonna go ahead and replace it. But I want you to catch something. If yours, let's say your water fill valve looks like this one, and your toilet and your water fill valve is only, let's say, 3 or 4 years old, well, you could repair it, or you could clean it out and adjust it, and I'll talk about that next. And so because this is 24 years old, I'm going to go ahead and replace it. But I want you to catch something. If yours, let's say your water fill valve looks like this one, and your toilet and your water fill valve is only, let's say, 3 or 4 years old, well, you could repair it, or you could clean it out and adjust it, and I'll talk about that next. Now here we've got an adjustable toilet fill valve, and this one is a Fluid Master, and it's called a universal toilet fill valve. Okay, this one looks exactly like that one. All right, and so what you can do if this ever plugs up, let's say it's running and running and running, you've tried to make the adjustments and you're not quite sure what's going on. I mean, you could take the whole thing out, replace it with this. Okay, this one here, a brand new one, costs about $9, you know, but you might be able to get something like this. Now see, that's a little gasket there. It's kind of hard to see it, huh? And it says toilet fill valve seal for 200 series, 400 and 747 models. And that's just for the Fluid Master. Okay, so this little top, let's say yours is bad. You can adjust this. You can take this top off. Okay, and and it'll give you directions. It'll give you directions on the back how to do that. And you can replace this little gasket up at the top, but lots of times you don't even have to do that. The existing gasket, if the existing gasket is fine, it might just be clogged up. It might have 3 little bits of sand nodules in there that is preventing this from stopping when the water fills up. Okay, and so you could pop this top off, and you might find all you have to do is brush that out, clean it out. You might not even have to take it out. If you had to take it out, you could use a little screwdriver and kind of wedge it up there and rinse this out. You might see some little goodies in there that you need to take out, and then you put it all back together and it might work fine. And that might be the only thing that you have to do. And lots of times what happens is when you turn the water off to your whole house, let's say, or let's say you just replace your toilet and you turn your water valve off on the wall and you replace your toilet and you're so proud of yourself and you reinstalled a new toilet and you hooked it all up, and son of a gun, this new toilet fill valve that you had with your brand new toilet was clogged up. Or you went to the store to get a new one of these and you took the old one out, you put a brand new one in, just like this one, and you got it all adjusted and everything. You turn the water back on and somehow it's not working properly. Well, you know what could possibly have caused that? Well, when you turn the water back onto your system, it could loosen up any little bits of stuff inside your existing copper pipe, or your copper lines, down underneath the house, inside the wall, whatever. And that stuff could be shooting up and already clogging your brand new fill valve. And what it says when you install a new fill valve, it tells you to pop the top off and put a cup over it, turn the water on, and let it run just for a few seconds, and that'll flush out anything that possibly could have loosened up. A lot of times I don't do that. Now one time I found that the new valve was plugged up. And later on, I realized that there was a big black little plastic, a little piece of black plastic that was up inside the fill valve. And I'm like, where on earth did that come from? It had to have come down from the gate valve in the wall, and the water pressure, when I turned it back on, it must have loosened that up and tore off and shot up through here and went all the way up in here